First off, Reed, how do you feel about this whole like process? Is it any different from what you used to do, or is it like pretty similar, or do you feel like it's a whole new?
It's totally new, just because I have no idea what the competition world was like. And so actually when I was asking people for a coach recommendation, I was like, I need a coach that literally will hold my hand through the whole process.
Yeah.
And they're like, we know a guy. So up for the last like 10 to 12 years, I just would work out. I didn't really have a program. I liked the idea of being, as big as Arnold and stuff like that, but no idea really how to fine tune any of the process. And I think with you, I've noticed massive muscle growth that I just did not know how to achieve prior. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's cool having people like him. He's really experienced. He's been training for a very long time. I took a look at his physique and we said, all right, well, what do we need to do to make this better? And I think one of the things that we ran into were a few things were his lats and his shoulders. And honestly, he has great intensity, so we can bring those body parts up that need to be brought up. So what did we do? One of the first things was like your shoulders was a big thing. So I feel like you did have bad shoulders, but they definitely could have been a lot better. So I think, did you feel like maybe from the shoulder training, we brought like a more round 3D shoulder?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's an obvious answer
to
it. Yeah, it's definitely improved. Definitely gotten, absolutely, like you said, more of a 3D look to it. And I think one of the things that you brought to the table was like, after working out for as long as I have and not really seeing any progress towards the later years, I was just kind of like plateaued and didn't know what to do. So then now you have someone who's literally like yelling at you, like do 5 more, or in his case, more than 5 more. It definitely just like they made things pop.
I think also what we should touch on is him being a hard gainer. Your food, man.
Yeah.
So how did that go with the whole bulking process with me?
That was so rough, man. Everyone always told me that the worst part of bodybuilding is the eating, and like you never realize it until you start doing it. And I'm like, just like gluttony levels of eating. And I was just watching like maybe a quarter pound a week, if that, like stack on, and I just couldn't gain weight. And I'm like, this is absurd. Like I came to you at 197, and then 8 months later, I was 216.
We utilized cheat foods as well. So not only was it was clean, but we also incorporated cheat meals with his lagging body parts as well, which I love to do. If you're a girl and you're trying to bring up your legs, let's have those burgers on leg days. If you need a bigger back or bigger shoulders, let's put those food to work on the days that we need it. You basically were on prep all year, but we changed it from a bulking stage to a cutting stage. And I think for you, we held off as much as possible. We kept you full, we kept you heavy, all the way until 11, 12, 10 weeks out.
Was posing.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good point. I almost forgot. Yeah, so we'll bring it back a little bit then. We haven't been posing at all during the off season. And then we started posing a little bit more, but he had no idea. He never really hit a pose, didn't really know. Could look back at your old side chest poses, and those were pretty not as good as what they are today.
Right, yeah.
And what's crazy is we've been posing every week, twice a week, since about 12, 11 weeks out-ish, something
like
around
2
there.
months almost, yeah.
So his posing's freaking phenomenal to what it was, to where it's been, to how he's going to stack up to others. What gets you to win is what we're practicing, the mandatories.
Right.
That's what's going to get you to place. When you hit your routine and all that, it's already done. You've already been placed. It's kind of like a show for everybody. So that'll kind of help you out to know that like we've been hammering these mandatories, holding it for 30 seconds, doing all kinds of good stuff. So I think you're gonna do great.
See all the stuff that I don't know. Yeah, I'll hold my hand, Frank. You're like.